Hello everyone and welcome to System Hoppers, the actual play podcast when we can never decide what we want to play. My name is Mark and I'm your host and one half of the creative team in this series, as we're playing the worldwide wrestling RPG. This is part 3 of our playthrough of British Conclave Wrestling. For an explanation of the rules, please check out part 1. In this game, we're playing through 3 episodes of a fictional televised wrestling show, and this is the start of the second televised episode. To hear myself and Steve, the other half of the creative team, planning and booking the show, please check out our small bonus episodes. But if you'd rather go in blind and react to it as it happens, feel free to continue with this. To give a quick recap, each of us is playing a wrestler within the promotion, playing through the show, wrestling matches, reacting to segments, and cutting promos to try and be the very best, gain the adoration of the fans, or maybe win a title belt or two. I'm playing Titanic Terry, the babyface veteran. Steve is playing Wally the Weasel, the heel manager. Tom is playing Overtime Oliver Timely, the babyface call-up. And Vicky is playing the Diva of Doom, Enigma, the heel Anointed. On the last episode, rogue manager Wally the Weasel announced his newest client, the strong, silent and muscled Painface, before going into their match with crowd favourite 90s child, the Hadou Kid. However, due to a botched finish from Wally trying to distract and cheat, ended up with the referee disqualifying Painface and awarding the win to Hadou Kid instead, with Wally turning tail and quickly abandoning his client by running away through the crowd. Titanic Terry then had a small talk show segment talking about how his tag team partner Colossal Keith had betrayed him, only to be attacked by him in the medical wing and fight him off by chasing him across an empty car park. We then went into our main event where Enigma faced off against the edgy and broody Dark Omen, in which despite a rocky start she finally managed to put on a superb display of offense and take the win. However, as the show was ending and wrapping up, suddenly a tractor fired up, and the audience were left confused as 3 large men rammed it into the ring and started beating down on Enigma and Dark Omen, only for Wally the Weasel to appear and reveal that he had now allied with his new faction, the Farm Boys. We're now going to pick up from the next episode a week later in front of a new audience, where we'll no doubt continue the action and carnage from last week. I don't think we decided where we're hosting this week.
Do you remember what we hosted last week?
It was in a car park.
Outside of Toys R Us.
It was an old Toys R Us, wasn't it?
I want to say Milton Keynes, but I can't remember if we just made that up or if that's a joke we've done outside of this recording.
I think we should have this show from... I think this is a show that is perfect for Market Drayton.
I don't even know what it is.
It's like sort of not far from Stoke. It's like north of Telford. It's in Shropshire.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, it's relatively close.
I feel like if the pay-per-view is supposed to be in Birmingham, it makes sense that we're moving closer to Birmingham. It's coming live from Market Drayton Swimming and Fitness Centre.
So, after what was a brief recap and just a promo videos of what happened literally last week on the show, the show opens at Market Drayton Swimming and Fitness Centre. It's a capacity crowd of maybe like 100 people.
At least 80 people.
At least 80 people. I mean, the official statistics will say at least 150.
Yeah.
So the entire population of Market Drayton.
Oh, they all came out for this one.
Yeah. Big wrestling fans.
Their favourite show is British Conclave Wrestling Friday Night, right? And the camera feed suddenly just cuts as if someone just accidentally knocked it or changed the feed and suddenly to a ring that is containing one individual. And upon the camera focusing in, it is Overtime Oliver Timely. Tom, what does the camera cut to?
Between numbers 1 to 10, how many potential fathers does that kid have? Because I'm fairly sure I'm one of them.
What?
Oh, shit. Wait, so tell me when we're live.
You see an intern wearing a headset just...
Right, everybody, act natural. It's too late. Right. Good evening, everybody. It's a Friday night riot.
Do you want to roll on a work the audience roll for that immediately?
Yes.
I feel like you should.
To see how hype your intro really is.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They're just staring at me.
You can spend a momentum to make that a 7.
X on dice.
So as a botch, you've lost them. You can't work the audience for the rest of the episode. Gain a momentum. It's just, as you say that, it's just people are, what?
Yeah.
Like, what was he saying about his dad? What?
Heavy microphone feedback.
Ooh.
Right, so first things first, we've got a bit of housekeeping. So, on the good side, Terry's back, everybody.
The crowd goes tepid.
Well, I like him, but Terry's also got his grandkids with him. Hence, why we're at the pool and not the Witherspoons. So, if you see a young girl Terry and a young boy Terry, just be nice. That being said, we've got a great show for you tonight. I'm in it, and other people. And speaking of other people, let's get to the international twat himself, whose name I can't remember, and quite frankly, neither can you. Are you back there?
You trying to call him out?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make you cut a promo for that. So you have to roll on your look. If you roll a 7 to 9, one of the things you can have is they come out to respond.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's a
That's a 1.
One.
A 1
Oh.
2d6. Is that a 2 minus 1? Trying to botch it does not connect, but gain a momentum.
You're stacking some good momentum.
You should have 3 momentum, I think.
Oh, look, he's not here. I suppose he's somewhere international. Well, I doubt it. The man can't afford to even go to France. Oh, well, we're all better off without him. And that's honestly the point, really. Do any of you like him? No?
Some people seem to cheer for him. There's mild appreciation for him. The crowd are murmuring, like some of them get it, some of them are confused.
No one's really sure what's happening here.
Like there's a lot going. Like, is he a dad? Is it a parent thing? Or is it?
Like, everybody in the ring gets it. I just don't give a shit about your feed.
You want that just to be the end of the promo segment where it just kind of bombs then? Like, it's...
Yeah.
So Oliver Timely just kind of doesn't land on anything the entire show. I'll say the camera kind of fades out to an audience that are very confused and...
Just throws the microphone and walk off.
You come out. As you walk away, just the audience just murmur and confused, and a couple people are cheering. It's very all over the shop. As an announcer suddenly perks up for our opening match, now making his way to the ring, accompanied by Wally the Weasel Weasley, Barnyard Barry, as his fiddly music hits.
Heavy banjo. General banjo twanging. Old Barnyard sort of waddles out. Big fat lad. Looks like Big Dave down the pub more than a professional wrestler. He just looks like he's here for a pint and a fight, not for a wrestling match.
What's his ring attire?
Dungarees.
Oh, dungarees.
Yeah.
No shirt.
It's no shirt, it's just dungarees.
Oh,
with
no.
one strap undone.
Ugh. You know Bear Hugger from Punch Out? Reminds me of the big Canadian lad.
Yeah, that's the aesthetic I'm going for here.
And his opponent from Death Valley, Nevada, Painface, as the very angry-looking 6'5", disgruntled Wally's old client. As Painface makes his way to the ring, as he climbs up, he just steps over the top rope and just brings it over his leg as he steps in, just immediately stretches up. He doesn't even look at Barnyard Barry, as he just makes eye contact with you, Wally, down on the apron.
I'll try and stare back and then just flinch away after a couple of seconds and retreat to the opposite corner.
As the ring bell is announced, ding ding ding, as the match kicks off to a start. I don't remember how we did this last time.
Yeah, I'm not the wrestler, I'm the manager, so...
And we can back and forth with some dice if you want.
Yeah, we can, if you start in control, and then, we'll just book it like it's me wrestling you for this particular scenario.
Okay, no worries. I can just narrate the match with some dice rolls here and there, and then we can, when you want to do your stuff, let me know. Okay?
Yes, perfect.
Cool. As the match starts, Barnyard Barry is he's a big lad, but not a tall lad.
Yeah, more round than tall.
Yeah, Painface is more tall than round.
Yeah.
I'll say as they walk up and they stare each other down, then Painface probably has a good half a foot up on Barnyard Barry as they just immediately lock up. And there's a split second where you're kind of not sure. It's they lock up and kind of muscles locked in as they try and push each other back and forth. It looks like kind of an even match. No one really knows how it's going to go. when suddenly Painface just comes out on top and just pushes him, and he just rolls back, kind of almost like bowls back, and has to pick himself back up as he looks to you like Barnyard Barry looks to you with what can only be described as maybe fear in his eyes. Like, as he just kind of realizes this man has just manhandled him.
I'll just like shout to him, just like, take his legs.
Barnyard Barry kind of just nods, and he's just going to kind of go and like slide down and use his hefty weight to try and immediately take out his legs. Do you want to make, we say he has a body of 1?
That probably makes sense.
And roll 2d6 and add 1 to it.
After botching it.
Ooh, that's is that a 5?
6 plus +1.
As he runs up and he goes to hit him, and he just kind of, Painface doesn't really react, as he just like, you can see a large rounded man in overalls trying to almost like take his leg out, and the longer it goes on, the kind of more pathetic it starts to look. Like, as he just can't do it, as he just fails to do it, as Painface looks at you, Wally, and then where he just raises both of his hands and just stabs them down. I'm doing the motion, I just realised. As he just slams both of his hands straight down just into the back of Barnyard Barry, who just immediately goes down onto his front. As he does that, he puts his foot down and just puts his foot on his back and just kind of steps on him. As you see Barnyard Barry getting literally walked over by Painface. As he stops to just look at you again and just kind of cut you a death stare. These being the people you abandoned him for. And cost him a match.
And cost him a match, that's probably the more important one.
Mm-hmm. Anything you want to do?
I'm going to hop up on the apron, and I'm going to try and get the referee's attention to allow Barnyard Barry to like try and cheat in some way. Like, I just want to have like a momentary distraction. Like,
is that a look roll for you? Maybe I'm thinking.
Probably.
Speaking of momentary distractions, I come in.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that as a distraction.
Steve, do you want to roll on look first?
I'd love to.
Seeing if there's a move that might fit what you want to do here.
I was just trying to, maybe a run-in?
Do you want to do run-ins, maybe? Yeah?
I mean, I am technically interrupting a match in progress, really. Like,
yeah? Yeah, so you roll on your heat with the person you're running in on. Which both of you don't have any heat with Painface. Oh, no, you might.
I've got a lot.
No, you do. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I've got a lot of heat with Painface.
No worries. Should we start with yours then, Steve? Roll on that heat.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
12.
Is that a fucking natural? No, non-natural 12.
I get a heat with Painface. He gets a heat with me if it matters. I can then pick one.
Do you want to both roll and then we'll see kind of where?
Yeah, let Tom roll as well. We'll see what happens.
So Tom, do you want to roll on your heat with Painface? Ooh.
Tom, you are not doing well here.
Tom, you have got momentum.
Can I take one and move it to a 7?
Yeah, so you can spend 1 to buy that up to a 7.
I'm going to spend 1 and buy that to a 7.
If it sits on a 6, you don't get to the ring. You get stopped. So you're making that 7, yeah?
Yep.
Your target gains 1 heat with you, Painface, but he's a non-playable wrestler, so he doesn't get it. And they pick 1. Oh. So Steve gets to pick a thing that happens. You get to pick, don't you, because you rolled a 10. And I get to pick for Painface what happens to Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Steve gets a choice of you attack them in the ring, this books them as the winner. You distract them, their opponent takes control as the match continues, then you're booked into a grudge match with them. Or you interfere in the match, this books the match a no contest, you both take a momentum.
Based on Tom running in as well, I think in this specific scenario, I think no contest is probably the way this goes, right? Like, I mean, no contest I think makes sense because I've just distracted the referee to allow Barnyard to cheat, but then Tom's also hit the ring at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think the referee at this point is going to be like, yeah, no, this has gone out of control.
What kind of cheating did you want from Barnyard?
A spicy low blow.
Oh, okay.
Punch him right in the cock.
It could just all happen at the same time. Tom, what are you aiming to do here then? What interference are you going for? What's Oliver Timely looking to do here?
My plan originally was to hop up next to Steve and just start staring him down. But now we've brought the low blow into contention, I'm just going to start beating up Steve's guy.
Wally the Weasel?
Oh no.
The guy Steve's managing.
Barnyard.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you coming in? How do you want to run in? Are you running in from down the ramp or are you running in from like the crowd?
I leap past I kind of run past potential son, not look at him, and dive straight into the ring.
Wally the Weasel, would you hop onto the apron and the referee turns to tell you to get down? Barnyard Barry almost just springs up onto his knees and just perfectly low blows with his forearm and strikes Painface straight in the groin.
Nakamura style, like a cock punch.
Right in the dong. As that happens, the referee then spots out of the audience Oliver Timely hop the small metal barricade as you slide into the ring. And what are you doing to Barnyard Barry?
Oh, I low blow him.
Because I please hit him in the dick as well. Like,
so as he's getting up, he just hits him in the dick, and you go for a punch or a kick, or
I'd tap Painface on the shoulder, punch Barnyard Barry in the dick. Turn back to see Painface is all right. Then I just start laying into him.
Into Painface as well.
No, into Barnyard Barry.
Oh, into Barnyard. I thought you meant to start beating the shit out of him. The referee turns to see Painface holding his groin. Barnyard Barry also clutched over. He's just as Wally. What are you doing? What's this going on? You've seen this all play out.
I've just watched a conga line of dick punches go off.
Yes.
You say Oliver is attacking Barnyard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump into the ring and I'm just gonna try and kick him in the dick while he's beating up.
Okay.
Continue the conga line of dick punting.
I'm gonna run in.
Okay. Vicky, do you want to roll on your heat with anyone in the ring?
Do I have to roll it with the person that I'm gonna be?
Just whoever your target is, really.
That's with me.
Yes, it is, Stephen.
Steve, you get to choose.
I get to choose.
So your target, Wally gains a heat with Enigma.
I already had some. That's nice. I've got quite a lot of heat with a lot of people.
Good. It's because everyone's fucking running in on you.
I've got 9 heat over 4 people.
I have 3 heat.
I kind of want to go for the middle option of booking a grudge match. Obviously not with me directly.
Mm-hmm.
It accidentally works out quite well. I'm going to book a match with Enigma versus one of the farm boys.
Okay. Making a note of this. Yes, I'm fine with that. Actually, that does work.
That accidentally works towards what we were working towards anyway.
This is going perfectly.
We are failing upwards.
So you've got that heat, yeah. So I'll say, as this happens, Wally, I'm going to ask you to roll. You wanted to hit. You didn't still want to go for a cock punch.
I'm cock punting him. While he's I'm guessing he's on top of him, punching him.
Body or real?
I mean, I'm not good at either.
I'm going to say body.
Yeah. I feel like when I fuck this up, it can be attributed to. Oh wow! I didn't botch it completely.
That's 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Oliver Timely, as you're laying into Barnyard Barry, suddenly, how are you doing this?
From behind, almost like a toe up the arse, but I'm going under to hit him in the dick.
So Tom, you can actually spend a momentum to interrupt.
Yeah.
You can spend a momentum, spend 1 momentum just to be like, no, that doesn't happen, and interrupt it and say something else is happening. As this happens then, Enigma, you get to the ring. Who are you going for, Wally, as well?
Yeah, I want to try and stop him from interfering and almost drag him back out of the ring.
I spend 1 momentum just to catch Steve's leg.
Oh, okay, as he goes to kick you.
Yeah, Enigma comes in. I just slowly raise the leg up so she's got a load of space to kick him in the balls.
I mean, obviously I'm going to fucking do that.
What did I make you roll on, Steve? Body?
Yeah.
Enigma, can you make me a body roll? I don't know if do I want Terry to run it? This is my... He won't make it to the ring. Oh, 7. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Everyone has now been hit in the dick.
There are 4? No, 4. There were 4 attempts free execute.
Everyone in the ring that's not Enigma has been hit in the dick.
Oh no, Oliver didn't.
Tom interfered. I think what should happen now is the locker room empties and everyone is pulled apart. Just to end this shit show of a segment. As every jobber runs out.
The referee waves his hands and the match is immediately, it was immediately called at the second dick kicking. As it just cuts, as it's just chaos just erupts in the ring as people are held back. Barnyard Barry's on the floor, he's not getting up, he's just clutching himself. Painface is down on one knee, which is rare for him. As the segment is just pulled to an end, there's just people are held back and then people start fighting again.
Can I be lying across Barnyard Barry, visibly weeping?
Can you just have the ring crew try to pull me and Painface apart while we're trying to do the Mega Powers handshake?
Yes.
Both of us are just equally confused while we're being pulled apart.
I think that's the end of the segment then, right?
I think that should be the end of the segment. Should we say that everyone but Enigma is taken out, who's like the last one left in the ring?
Yeah. Enigma, you have an interview up, so you'd know that.
You actually have an interview now anyway, so...
Steve, do you want to run that?
Yeah, I'll run this. So, we don't have an interview, do we? Or at least
we did, but we've
lost them to time.
We lost them to recording schedules.
Yeah, we'll just have a little weird, nerdy guy. 5'3", big, thick glasses.
Can I make a suggestion?
You can make many suggestions.
You know how I brought up Terry's grandkids earlier? Could it be them?
One of Terry's grandkids. Oh, it's a legacy. Oh. It's a dynasty now. Grandson in the business.
He has to finish the story.
I'm going to say it's one of them. They are pretty normal size. They're also called Terry, but they're like average Terry.
Teenage Terry?
Yes.
Teenage Terry was clearly in his late 20s.
Yeah.
I think I established it was Girl Terry and Boy Terry.
Yeah, this is Boy Terry. Actually, no, Girl Terry. Terry's a girl's name as well.
T-E-R-I.
Are they both called Terry?
Yes.
The whole family is called. We're all Terrys.
No, we're not very creative.
I'm Titanic Terry. I'm the head Terry.
It's a family ritual. Whenever someone has a baby, you bring them a Terry's chocolate orange, and they have no creativity, so they just go with Terry because it's right in front of them.
Everyone says terrific, but Terry-rific, and everyone thinks it's funny, but it's not.
Everyone with the same surname thinks it's funny. Everyone else visibly cringes. This is a creative storytelling and collaborative storytelling at its finest. But yes, we'll say Enigma, as everyone else just drags away, like you're just sort of left there awkwardly, just in the ring, as teenage Terry just sort of appears in the ring next to you very quickly. He's like, "Wow, that was certainly a happening, Enigma. What are your thoughts on that?"
Wally really lives up to his fucking name. And
certainly is a weasel.
Needs to be held accountable, because what the fuck was that? What kind of shit manager gets involved to help their shit wrestlers cheat? Yeah, I said it. The only reason you got the drop on me before was because you fucking cheated, my guy.
As Terry sort of like pauses for a second, like really awkwardly.
Dead staring like into the camera at this point.
Right into hard cam.
Yeah.
Terry sort of brings him up. It's like, but what about Dark Omen? What are your plans with Dark Omen?
I mean, no, I beat him once. I can do it again. Just need to make it official and make sure that it sticks this time.
As you say that, throughout the arena, like a very Godfather-esque music hits. As up on the Tron, which is just a 24-inch TV, sort of awkwardly hung from the wall, you see big Papa Paulie's name sort of scroll across, sort of flashes for a second, then just flashes big PP. As a slightly balding sort of man in his like early 40s comes out, looks very Godfather-y, black sort of pinstripe suit, sunglasses, like big thick sunglasses on, microphone in hand. As he just sort of takes a moment, just sort of lets the crowd react, sort of soaks it in for a second. Everyone would be very much aware this is the general manager of BCW. He's the head honcho, the boss, Jaws.
Big cheese. As
the crowd sort of quiet down, he's like, "I've got a much better idea for you. Instead of just fighting Dark Omen one more time, how about you and Omen have a little tag team match against those farm boys that attacked you last week. Swine and bovine? I think that'll work. Let's go with that. What are your thoughts?"
I mean, what does Omen say about this?
Oh, I haven't consulted Omen yet. Spare of the moment decision. Yeah, you feel?
So why don't we get him out here? See what he thinks.
As he sort of turns around, sort of pokes his head back through the curtain. A couple of seconds later, there's like the cawing of a crow as I'm going to have Dark Omen do the Sting spot and descend from the rafters. Dark Omen is clearly a rip-off of Sting anyway. Let's just lean into it.
I'm gonna look back at the camera and very exaggeratedly roll my eyes.
The fucking Seinfeld, like, get a load of this guy.
Yeah, like a proper Jim from The Office look.
Oh no. Yeah, Dark Omen sort of descends down from the rafters. I'm doing a hand motion like you can see me. They land in the ring next to you and just sort of extend a hand for you to hand them the microphone.
He's not having my microphone, he has Big Pee-Pee's microphone.
Big Pee-Pee's up on the ramp. Big Pee-Pee's not in the ring.
You can't crease that suit by getting in the ring.
He's a rotund man. He's not walking all the way down to the ring if he has to.
Alright, I will very slightly hesitantly give him my microphone.
Dark Omen takes the mic, sort of raises it to the just goes, I accept. And then sort of pushes it forcefully back to your chest. And then goes back up, ascends back to the rafters.
Well then, looks like we've just created a new Omen of Doom. And I will leave.
Big PP, politely, golf claps on the ramp before heading back through the curtain.
Cuts to the commentators just hyping up the match then to come. It's just been announced.
Very cheap-looking match graphic pops up with sort of hastily photoshopped.
Names are spelt wrong. It's just or they're edited in real time. Now making his way to the ring from Greenwich, London. Overtime, Oliver Timely. Do you want anything special for an entrance, or are you?
No, I'm just walking. Has me punching that guy in the balls given me favour back with the fans?
You still can't work the audience because you bombed.
They haven't forgotten, Tom. They never will.
You botched the role. It specifically says you can't do it for the rest of the episode. People were like, oh, is that the guy? But people seem invested in you being there. And his opponent, fresh from medical school, Dr. Fun. As
oh no.
The camera cuts to the ramp and no one's there. As it cuts down slightly, you can see there is a man giving a very large shot to a child who is crying.
Is it potential son?
It could be potential son number 2 or 3, as he's just giving him an inoculation as he tries to hand him a giant lollipop and the kid is just crying. As Dr. Fun kind of suddenly realizes that he's actually meant to be in the match, as he side turns and panics as his music hits late, his pyro goes off and no one's there. By pyro, it's not great. It's nothing substantial. You can see he's wearing a lab coat. He's got, those lamps on their heads that doctors have. He's got one of those. He's got a face mask on and gloves. As he runs into the ring, kind of hastily just slides into the ring, suddenly realizing he's supposed to be in a match. He takes a microphone, Oliver, as you're getting ready, and the bell's about to go, as he just turns to the audience. Thank you so much for this match. I really appreciate it. I just thought, I wanted to make sure that everyone knows about how great being a doctor is. It's just such a fun profession. Isn't it great? It's just people don't seem to be appreciating.
The camera cuts back to the crying child.
I was giving him a shot because you see, measles, mumps and rubella, as the bell was already gone and he's just explaining inoculations to the audience. Oliver, what do?
I just kind of shrug and just go, it's important.
Okay, I'll say then he just starts speaking about the importance of getting your child vaccinated for measles, mumps, or rubella, and the crowd, he's losing the crowd.
It's just that one anti-vaxxer in the crowd that just starts booing.
I don't know what market ratings scenes like over there.
There's one anti-vaxxer booing. I turn to Doctor and go, we've got him. Run out and punch him in the face.
Are you and Dr. Fun teaming up on the anti-vaxxers?
Yeah. I punch him in the face. Dr. Fun looks horrified. Man's got a Hippocratic oath.
Hippocratic oath.
Hey.
As you run down and grab this anti-vaxxer, as you're coming up to the ring, Dr. Fun actually gives you a hand and helps you in. Do you take it?
Oh yeah.
He slams the microphone in his hand. He goes, I'd love to have helped you there, Oliver, but unfortunately, due to my Hippocratic oath, I can do no harm to potential patients, as he just immediately puts you in for a DDT.
So he's got my head under his arm. Can I grab his leg and then hoist him up?
Yeah, I'll set it to body roll. Is that another 7?
Have you rolled higher than a 7?
Nope.
That's an 8 minus 1.
That's the highest I've rolled. I had to spend my momentum to get the 7 last time.
Oh my god.
So I've hoisted him over. I just slam him down.
Yep.
Then I take his stethoscope and just start listening to his heartbeat.
You can hear it as he just lies there. Oh, my back, my spine, my vertebrae.
It also plays over the sound system so everyone can hear it for some reason.
Then as you're doing that, Dr. Fun, using the ropes, picks himself up. He's a doctor first and a wrestler second. He picks himself up on the last rope as he turns. You've got to be careful doing a move like that, Mr. Oliver. I know you're a young, spry sprog, but you've got to be careful. He just starts, explaining to you the importance of proper etiquette. Lift with your legs. What are you doing?
So he starts talking about the leg stuff, so I just start patting down to, oh no, legs are fine. Slap him.
Okay. So what you can describe up to like a spot. So I'll say you can slap him for free, and then what are you kind of going into? I mean, you roll to slap. As you slap him around the face. It carries though. People gasp.
I'd go for a DDT instead.
Okay, I think that's going to be a work roll.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, 9.
There you go. I DDT him, then I lift up his head and take the lamp off.
Okay, I got you. So yeah, as he hits the ground, his head goes straight into the canvas as you now have a lamp in your hand as he's just holding his head. Oh, my cranium.
Oh, could you do like a blinding spotlight, flash it in his eyes?
Would that be counted as cheating?
You're not hitting him with a weapon.
Mate, after the dick,
Not touching, can't get mad.
after the dick punching opener, I don't think we can have another match end in a disqualification or no contest.
Yeah. Would I do like half-assed concussion protocol? So I just start shining the light in his eye to see if it's doing, but I'm not really sure what I'm doing. So just shining the light in the one eye.
With a really bright bulb.
And just like he holds his eyes like, I'm blind, help! My retinas.
My cornea.
Cornea injuries are not worth joking about.
Right, so in that case now, I'm still controlling the match and he's blind.
Yes.
At this point, it's just a low-stakes comedy match. I'm just going to start rummaging through his doctor's bag for props.
Oh no, he has many props. He has like a joke bone saw, face masks, those gloves that do the snappy thing.
I'm going to take the fake bone saw and pretend like I'm cutting his arm off, but I accidentally just cut the sleeve off his coat.
Actually, you start hacking into him as he's clutching onto his eyes with one of his hands. As you just do that, as you pull and there's like a ripping sound. His coat just comes up. He's just his intact arm is still there and fine, and you're holding just a ripped sleeve.
Yeah.
This is not how I thought this match would play out. But
You've turned this into a fucking comedy match, and I'm here for it.
yeah.
In that case, I'm going to take the sleeve. I'm going to cover it over his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's blind.
He's already blind. Yeah.
I'm going to cover his eyes more and say, just ask him, is this helping?
No! I can't see! Help me! As he's trying to pick himself up slowly.
Oh, I'd just go back into the bag then. I'll go, oh, help you? Okay. And have a rummage through the bag.
What are you looking for in particular?
I want to end with a giant needle.
Ooh.
With his giant syringe. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But I want to build up to it. So what else does he have in there?
There's some needles. I'm trying to think of medical equipment now. A stethoscope.
A hammer?
Yeah, sure, why not? Like the one where you like hit him on the knee to like...
Yeah.
Yeah?
So he keeps trying to get up. And I just keep hitting his knee with the hammer, which causes his leg to spasm and he falls down again.
I'm saying, as you do it like 2 or 3 times, he just tries to get up and just falls. He's holding his eyes in one hand, trying to hold the ropes with the other, and just falling into them again and again. It's just, this is humiliating, my knee. He just swings every now and then and just misses. I'm fun.
He stumbles to each ring rope, so everyone gets to see it at least once.
Do the fucking 4 corners spot with him.
Yeah. I'm really annoyed I lost the ability to work the crowd.
I know.
Stupid thing about Oliver Timely, he's only good when he's in the ring.
Yeah, in ring work is amazing. It's just everything else. It's just, if you ever needed a rival, we've got him in the pocket.
Yeah.
In that case, I take out the giant needle.
Okay, yes, you take out a giant syringe.
And I just start reciting word for word his beginning thing about vaccinations.
Oh, the actual, like, measles, mumps, and rubella.
Yeah. Oh, no. First, I grab him, put him into a DDT. So his arse is in the air.
Okay.
So he's face first on the floor, arse in the air. I then pick up the syringe, slowly walk over, recounting the speech from the beginning about getting your inoculations.
Mm-hmm.
Then I fake ram the needle up his arse.
I don't even know what to make you roll for. Is that like a finisher, I guess? Yeah. Right, so here's what I'm thinking, and Steve, you can weigh in on this.
Yeah.
Tom has an ability called Hungry, which he can use when he's trying to finish the match and he's booked to lose.
Yeah?
It's when you're booked to lose a match and want to try and go for a win anyway. Do you think that counts?
I think that,
Was I booked to lose?
Yes.
yes, you were.
Well, kind of. Tell you what then, yeah. Roll on work.
Okay.
We'll go off that. We'll see what you roll.
Oh, wow.
11. Yeah.
On a 10 plus, you win the match and pick one from a list. So you can take an injury, you can lose one heat with your opponent, or creative pull the feud.
I don't know, because I used the creative pull a few to get me a match with Mr. International.
Yes, you did.
So I've already got a match in the works for next time.
It's more get pulled out of the the feud with Miss Dr. Fun. Not there is one.
You nip that in the bud before it happens.
Yeah. I just lose one heat to Dr. Fun. So the spot just goes off, and he just does the cartoon character thing of grabs his ass and then just runs away.
As he just like holds onto his lower back and just runs out like waddling up the ramp. As you're doing that, as it's just kind of, there's a bit of confusion as you're kind of called the winner.
The referee like awkwardly does a full 10 count. Like,
Yeah.
makes everyone sit there for like 20 seconds while he counts.
Well, I'm just rummaging through the bag for random props to use on the audience.
As you're just rummaging through the bag and the kind of and the referee is doing his 10 count and calling it, suddenly from behind you on the ring, out of the crowd as well, Mr. International jumps out and runs up behind you as he just kicks out your leg and just starts just laying into you. And
In that case, can I spend one momentum to stop that?
can, yes.
I turn around with the saw in hand. Mr. International just backs up into a corner.
I'll say you can roll on it. The interrupt is more just to not immediately get jumped.
Okay.
What do you want to do with the saw then? Anything else you might have to roll on?
So I turn around. So he tries to go for me. I turn around with the saw in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I then take a couple of swings with the saw and back him into a corner.
Don't even know. Is that a real roll? Because you're using a weapon, I guess. Yeah. Make a real roll.
Real well? Okay.
Oh,
Oh no!
that was a 2 on dice, so that would have been a fail. As you go to hit him with the saw, you hit him and it just kind of, because it's a prop, he just doesn't react to it. He then immediately goes for the John Punch Man.
The John Punch.
The John Punch, which is a legally distinct Saitama, just normal punch. As he just socks you, Oliver Timely.
Yeah.
As that, you go down.
Okay.
As he just socks you.
Should we say he won by count out first? Because he did.
Yeah.
The referee finishes the 10 count and then Tom takes the punch to the face. So Tom has won through count out.
The ring announcer just comes in, here is your winner, as the spotlight just shines down on you, as you're just lying face down on the ground. Mr. International just takes a microphone and stands over you. Not so big now, are you? And just drops the microphone on you and walks up the ramp. As you won, as you lie there face down on the mat.
You won, but at what cost?
As he's walking up the ramp, the familiar music of Big Papa Paulie as coming out to greet him in the same suit. Whoa, that was pretty uncalled for after beating our incredible winner, as he motions to you, kind of just about picking yourself up, Oliver. No. Listen, this show's in shambles tonight. Shambles. And I've got too much to plan, and this is too... What is going on here? I can't have everyone fighting everyone. We need some order and some structure. Right? Capiche?
Can I roll on behalf of Painface to come out? Because he's former tag partner, I saved him. I just thought it'd be quite funny if he immediately returns the favour.
You could just roll a flat 2d6.
Jeez.
So that's a 12.
She comes out, and as he kind of comes out, he comes running out the ramp behind Big Papa Paulie. As he turns and almost puts a hand out just to kind of stop him, as he kind of puts his hand out. Listen, this has gone on too long. As I'm saying, I've got too much going on. He kind of motions to Painface, almost like, you know, the Chris Pratt's like holding the Velociraptor up, like putting his hands out, like trying to stop anyone. So, I've got the Big Burger beatdown next week, and I'll tell you what, you two, as he points at Mr. International and Oliver, you two are sorting this out then. How does that sound? Mr. International immediately starts arguing, but kind of like not to the mic, almost just, you know, openly just like
Shouting,
but not like in microphone.
In that case, I'll just nod, and I just start showing Painface all the random stuff in the doctor's bag.
As he's arguing with him then, Big Papa Paulie is clearly not having this from having a show. Multiple cock punches, just brawls and interferences, he just looks fed up. And I'll tell you what, actually, at the big Birmingham beatdown, your international title is going to be on the line. We're going to settle this there and then, in Birmingham, as he says that down the camera. I'll say that segment kind of cuts to an end there, as people seem hyped for the pay-per-view that is definitely happening in the Birmingham area.
Yep.
That's all we have time for this episode. Hope you enjoyed the show and thank you so much for listening. Thanks to Kevin Mcleod and Fesliyan Studios for music and sound effects used throughout the episode. I'll put links to both their pages down below in the show notes. If you want to support the show, please do follow us on our socials. I'll put links in the show notes as well, and any support is greatly appreciated. Our plan is to play through 2 episodes of this wrestling promotion and then a big pay-per-view finale, this being the end of the first episode. We'll then switch it up entirely to something new, so comments or suggestions on what you'd like to see us play next are definitely recommended. Join us next time for the second half of the episode before our big pay-per-view. Enigma and Omen have their team-up match against the Farm Boys, and Titanic Terry has something to say in the episode's main event. Take care.